Hi everyone and welcome to week 3 of the Matchday maths program. This week we're going to be looking at subtraction. We're going to be looking at things we can subtract from other things, not just numbers, but how we might also use these skills in everyday life. Hopefully you joined us last week where we looked at addition. We used lots of skills throughout that to add things together to help Rami with his weekly shop and also with his holiday shop. Remember, all you need for these lessons are some pens, some paper, and maybe some colouring pencils. We want you to keep your work together, so please keep it and you can make your work into a booklet. The first thing I want you to do this week is to do another Supermover video. I'm going to show you the link and the Supermover video that I want you to do this week. Get going and have lots of fun. Hopefully you're all warmed up now and hopefully you enjoyed your Supermover video. The first maths activity we need to do today is we need to look at subtraction, but we need to see what subtraction is and how we can subtract. So I'm going to give you 2 questions. The first one is write down as many ways as you can how we subtract. I'll give you 1, we can use our fingers. If I have 10 and I take away 2, I'm left with 8. What other ones can you think of? Go and have a go. For the second activity, I want you to think of different things that we can subtract. So yes, we can subtract numbers. 10 take away 2 is 8. But what other things can you subtract? Off you go and write down as many as possible. Good luck. Well done. How did you get on? Hopefully you managed to think of lots of ways that we can subtract. I did give you using your fingers as one, but hopefully you managed to get others, such as using a number line. Also, did you manage to get lots of answers for things that we can subtract from other things? Did you think of the pages in a book? If you've got 10 pages left, you know that the total pages in that book, take away 10, is how many pages you've read so far. See if you can use these skills at home in the future. For the next activity, we're going to help Rami with his weekly shop. I'm going to give you 5 amounts that Rami has to spend in his local shop, but I'm also going to give you the price of the items, foods or drinks that he can buy in his shop. It's up to you to create a shopping list for Rami for that week, but there might be more than one list that you can create for each amount. Maybe you could draw the list if you want to, and maybe picture Rami eating his food or drinking his drink. Have a go and see how many lists you can make for each one. Good luck. Well done. Hopefully you managed to create lots of lists for Rami in his weekly shop. For the next one, we're going to help Rami do his holiday shop. He's going to be going on holiday soon and he wants to buy some things from the Derby County Football Club shop. It's up to you though what he buys. Again, I'm going to give you 5 lists. It's up to you what Rami can buy, but I want you to start at the total amount and use your subtracting skills to take the cost of each item away until Rami has no money left. Good luck. You might also want to draw Rami in his clothes that you buy him. Have a go and how many times can you make Rami buy different things? Good luck. Well done. Hopefully you didn't only manage to draw Rami in those cool clothes, but you also used your subtraction skills to make sure he could buy as much as possible. For the next activity, we're going to design 3 more maths attacks cards. For these maths attacks cards, I want you to draw 1 that is a favourite pair of shoes, 1 that is your favourite top, and 1 that is your favourite sports shirt. But for the skills for these cards, I'm going to give you a total skill rating, for example, 18. If your card's total skill rating is 18, you have to subtract 6 numbers to fill the gaps as your 6 skill ratings. You can use the number more than once if you need to. For example, if I started on 18 and I wanted to use 2 in 2 of my boxes, I would do 18, take away 2, take away 2. That leaves 14. I now have 14 as the skill total to fill between the leftover 4 gaps. Have a go and see if you can make these cards. Good luck. How was that? Hopefully we've now got another 3 cards that we can use for our future lessons and our maths stats games. Remember, if you were to subtract the 6 skill ratings on your cards away from the total skill rating that I gave you, it must equal 0. Hopefully you managed to get them all right. For this next activity, you're going to be in charge of the Avengers, and it's down to you who's going to go and save the world. I'm going to give you a total of £20 to spend on 5 Avengers, and I'm also going to give you a list of how much each Avenger costs. I want you to start at the total of £20 and subtract the cost of your Avengers until you reach 0. You cannot overspend though, so if you have no money left, you have to swap your Avenger for a different one. See how many different ways that you can make 5 Avengers fit into £20. You might also want to create 5 new cards of these 5 Avengers to help you save the world. Good luck and have a go. Did you manage it? Did you manage to pick 5 Avengers to save the world? Hopefully you managed to start at the total and subtract the cost until you reach 0. For the next activity, we're going to do something similar to last week. You're going to create your dream team. I need you to pick 3 cards, but I'm also going to give you a total number and a skill rating to subtract from. So for example, if I give you power ratings and the total of 18, your 3 cards, if you were to subtract the power number from each card from the total 18, it must equal 0. For example, if all 3 of your skill cards for power are 6 and I give you the total for power of 18, 18 take away 6 is 12, take away another 6 is 6, and take away the last 6 would be 0. This would mean you get it correct. But if you can't take the 3 scores away from my total of 18, for example, you're going to have to switch the cards around. See which different cards you have to use for this activity. Off you go. Well done. Hopefully you managed to create your dream team for each of my 3 scenarios. Now, for this next activity, we're going to play a 1v1 battle against a friend or family member wherever you are. But, as always, if your score is higher, you normally get the point. But this time, you need to give the correct answer to what the highest score rating is, take away the lowest score rating. So, if my score for power is 8 and my partner's score is 4, I would say 8 take away 4 is 4. Some of you might be using higher numbers though, so give this a go and see if you can beat your partner. Good luck and have fun. How did you get on? Hopefully you managed to beat your partner lots of times in the battles, and hopefully you got all your subtraction sums correct. We're coming towards the end of today's lesson, so now it's time to set you this week's challenge. Remember, this challenge can either be done at home or at school. For this challenge this week, all you're going to need is 10 items. This can be anything that you can find at home or at school. For the first part of the activity, I want you to set these 10 items 5 big steps away from your starting position. For the second part, you're going to need a family member or a friend to read out lots of subtraction sums for you. But for every subtraction sum that you get correct, you can run out to the items, pick one up and bring it back to the start. How long does it take you to retrieve and get all 10 items back to your base? I'm also going to give you ways that you can make this easier or harder to challenge yourselves and push yourselves further if you need to. I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you next week.